Hi, welcome to our channel. I'm Corrin from GraceNotesStitchers, and the little one moving me right now is Paris, my little Morkie, Maltese Yorkie mix, and I don't know why she's sniffing me all up. Anyway, my daughter Colleen is out ice skating right now with dad and sisters, so I decided to go ahead and get this video started. So we have a lot to show, so I thought I would just go ahead and kind of talk to you about what's been going on, and then she'll come in hopefully at the end. But happy Easter! Today is Easter, so this morning we got up, we went to church, went to our Easter service, and my husband is not usually off on a Sunday, but his store is actually closed today. Even though they're at the King of Prussia Mall, they closed his store. All of them in the US are closed today, so yeah, he's off. So the girls were all excited. Dad, we get to have you on ice skates. So I've already gotten videos of them skating, so that's really cool. And one was not real thrilled about it. And I'm like, you kind of should have known that was coming by inviting your father. So that's pretty cool. I got to see Colleen skating and a couple of the other girls too. And then he fell already. And his shoulder's been bothering him, so I told him, I said, maybe you should fall on your shoulder and bump it back into gear. I don't know, because he's like, I don't know what it did to my shoulder, but he won't go to the doctors because we have such a high deductible, and he had injured his left shoulder back last year shoveling, and he went to physical therapy and the whole gambit. It was highly expensive. He never felt like it totally got back to normal. So, like, he's really leery about going with this shoulder. All right, so what have we been up to? I can't even remember what day we filmed this week. I mean, like, I'm so sorry. Like, my mind is just so crazy. I've not stitched a whole lot. I'm not going to say that my stitching book left me, but the desire to be stitching constantly has. But at the same time, it's been a little bit freeing. So I've been doing other things, and I can't wait to show you what I've been doing. But the biggest thing is this coming weekend is 24 hours of cross stitch with the amazing Hannah Dowling from the channel, Hannah Dowling, who just reached 1,000 subscribers. So that is so awesome. So congratulations, Hannah. That is super, super exciting. So she is our closest stitchy friend, and that just means the world to us. So we're glad that we can share in that with her. So you will get to meet, if you don't watch her channel, you'll get to meet her this weekend, because we are going to be filming for 24 hours of cross stitch. I won't be doing a live Zoom like I did last 24 hours of cross stitch. I want to say last month, but like 4 months ago. So we will be filming updates, and then I'll edit, put the video together, and tag her so that hopefully her viewers can see it also. So that's going to be really a lot of fun. So my plans. Should I start with that? No, I'll start with, hey, look what I've been stitching this week. I've gotten, I think, at least 500 stitches on Amazing Grace, which I did bring down the cover for you. So this is Amazing Grace by Tilton Crafts, and the artist is Judith Gibson. I really enjoy working on this. I kind of have to make myself work on it. I don't know why. I think it's just I'm in that stage. I don't know. But once I start working on it, I really enjoy it, and it's like, do I really want to put it down? But I have to, and I'll show you why. So that is my daily stitching. I'm not sure if I'm staying in the group with the daily 30, but it's my own daily 30. All right, so I'm gonna put that back here, because wait until you see all the stuff I have. There's actually not even room for Colleen today. I mean, at the moment, there will be, because I will clean all this up before I invite her to come down here. Then the other piece I've been stitching on is Crystal from Crystal Row, her channel, Dreaming of Daisies. So this is her project. This is our round robin that I am doing with Sarah from Our Stitching Kingdom, Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Janet from Janet Jabber, and Hannah from Hannah Dowling, and Carla from Craft Added K, and then I'm Colleen and myself. So I've filled in almost 200 more stitches into this green. I am doing kind of a big motif. I will get down pretty close. I will be the bottom. I will be the bottom right corner. This is what I'm working on, so that people can count off of it. Hopefully I don't make mistakes. And then the rest of the project will be right where it should be. Last week I had put in the white little, I don't even know what you call this. It's a daisy. So I put the white daisy in. There's a small one I have to put in here, and then a big and small one on either side that I think goes with my motif. So I have a few little daisies to add in addition to my big flower. But I'm really happy because what I picked has pink and blue in it. If you hear noise, it's them coming home. I told them I'm staying home because I have sewing to do. I didn't do it. I'm going to work on the Easter ham and do that. But I did make a video. Let me tell you about that. So I have a secondary channel, Grace Notes Music, maybe. But I'm going to actually insert the video at the end here because I like to sing and play piano, and I don't sing and play piano at our church. Number one, my fingers don't work, so I can't really play a piano solo anymore. But accompanying somebody is a little easier. You're not playing all the same notes, and I can skip notes and nobody even knows it. So I accompanied myself and sang one of my favorite Easter songs. It's not exactly an Easter song, it's more a Good Friday song, but that's okay. So I'm going to put that at the end. But I did that while they were gone. But I looked at the clock and I was like, wait, if I want to eat dinner at 6:30, the ham only takes an hour and a half to cook. I can't put that in until 5 o'clock. So it's only 3:50 right now. There's no way I'm putting it in. So anyway, not doing that right now. All right. So this, hopefully I'll get a lot more done this week. Just depends on how much sewing I get done today. I know I keep talking about sewing, right? I'll show you later. All right. So I did want to tell you about a new Flosstuber. Well, relatively new Flosstuber. I think they only have 5 or 6 videos out, maybe 7. And it's 2 sister-in-laws, 2 needles pulling thread, Missy and Kathy. And they're fun to watch. They're just so much fun to watch. But how I found out about them is it's this huge, long, like, circle. So I went back to see one of their videos, and here they were talking about fabrics and fabric dyers, and I read through the comments, and one of our either viewers or somebody in our Facebook group had suggested to them about GraceNotesFabric. So anyway, I didn't know about this, but I got a message, because you can write, well, when we had our Google Docs, you could write in comments of anything you wanted to tell me. So anyway, she told me why she ordered the 2 pieces of fabric that she ordered, the one to the sister-in-law, Missy. She told me why, and she said that she and her sister-in-law had a Flosstube channel. Well, she told me the name of it, 2 needles pulling thread, and of course I'm like, well, I want to go see them. And she said, I'll show your fabric on Flosstube. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. That's so cool. So then I subscribed to their channel. I started watching their videos. Excuse me, Twilight does not want to be left out. Right, here you go. So Twilight came to visit. No, Paris, you go back to laying down. So anyway, I was watching their video, and they gave us a really nice shout out and just talked about our fabric a little bit. And that was just really, really cool. But that really wasn't why I was watching it. It was because she bought fabric and told me about herself. So I was like, this is so cool. Anyway, so yeah. Then, so I've been watching, trying to catch up on Flosstube. There's so many Flosstubers out there. I'm not too far behind on too many of them, but some of the longer ones I am. I do love longer Flosstubes, don't get me wrong. It's just that I'm not sitting down that long anymore to stitch. So hopefully that'll come back. And with 24 hours of cross stitch, hopefully. I don't know how much Flosstube will watch. Our plans are to watch the Star Wars, the 3 trilogies, so 9 videos. how much we'll pay attention, I have no idea. We're going to start Thursday night at midnight. I don't know if we're going to watch a whole even movie. We'll stitch for a couple hours and get some sleep, and then get up and stitch as long as we can on Friday, and then go to bed Friday night, get up, stitch on Saturday. I don't know if we'll continue into Sunday or not. Hoping that we can get, 12 hours done Friday and Saturday. And then on Thursday, Hannah's coming early because she's got a bunch of pieces that she wants to get framed. So we're going to go over to Hobby Lobby. Colleen will be working, and we're going to go order some frames from her. So that's actually really kind of exciting and fun. And I don't know if I should be saying this because it'll put her on the spot, but she's going to help me like pretty up my website a little bit. And while she does that, I'll be making pepperoni rolls because, that's what we have on 24 Hours Cross Stitch. All right, this is going to be a totally random order. You're going to get a mini WIP parade because, somebody made me a bunch of project bags and I've had to start filling them. And I decided that the ones I'm going to work on for 24 Hours of Cross Stitch are the ones I have project bags for. So I'm filling them, and I think I'm just going to take my bag and let my daughters and Hannah just randomly yank something for me. And that's the order I'm going to go in. My goal is to put 100 stitches into as many projects as I possibly can. By doing this, I can weed out the projects that I don't like, because I'm just going to set them aside for who knows what. I don't know. We'll just decide why I don't like it and what's going on with it. Is it far enough along, change fabrics, those kinds of things. So we'll find out. I don't know. And I guess I'll keep you guys clued in as we go. But instead of doing this with Hannah here and Colleen here, I thought I'd go ahead and do it now. So the first one's going to be like the most difficult probably. This is Cinderella by Mirabilia. One of my most favorite pieces. And I'm so excited to work on this again. And that's what I want to see. Which ones am I truly excited about? Which ones am I close to a finish that, like, if I just set everything else aside, could I finish? Now, let's keep in mind, I still want to do my daily stitching if I can. And Dreamy Daisies, I gotta finish my motif so I can pass that on to Colleen and then to Hannah. So, because in May, I'll be getting another piece. So, I have to. So this is cool because I made myself this slipcover. I don't know if anybody remembers when I made this. And it's really cool. This is not bungee cord, paracord. And my husband burned the edges for me. But anyway, I made it double-sided because I had the matching fabric, my coordinating fabric fetish that I have. And I even put padding in it. But that makes it a little tight to slip in and out. So I do not recommend doing that. It also took a lot longer to make. Anyway, both Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella fit into that. I hope you're not seeing straight through this because I am. I gridded this only with Sulky Sliver because I had an insane time with my Sleeping Beauty. Like, I have lots of mistakes in that. So I wanted to avoid all of those mistakes. So anyway, it's not much to look at in color-wise because I was avoiding all the blending spots. But I think that's going to change. I might be working on blends, which I don't love, but that's okay. If that means being able to... my needle keeps poking through, excuse me. There we go. If that means getting back to work on this and being able to fill in some spots, because I did that with Sleeping Beauty. I just jumped in with blends and I started to see some spots being filled in, and that just totally made me happy, even though I hate blends. Oh my gosh, I hate blends more than anything else, and I hate them more than Krynic. And it's just because along with Krynic, you have to start with only one strand of each, and I can't do my loop method. That's like seriously why I don't like blends. No loop method. All right, so again, that was Sleeping Beauty by Mirabilia. I do not have my book down here to tell you all the fabric choices. I will try to make sure that I have that. That is Silvery Moon. I just don't remember who it's by. I'll try to have all that information as we stitch things. So I'm going to push things over as I finish. Another one is Long Dog Samplers Do Different. And I'm excited. Somehow this week, I'm going to try to get my stitches marked off on Pattern Keeper because a very generous person actually gifted me the digital copy. I know that you can write Julia, I forget her name, Julia, the owner of Long Dog Samplers, that if you purchase a hard copy, she'll send you the PDF. I can't find my receipt. It's a nagging thing. I had bought two at the same time. I can't find where I bought them from, like to find the original purchase in email. It's fine. It's fine. I was just making do, but they gifted me this in PDF form. So I'm really excited to try this in Pattern Keeper because I have a feeling that things might go a little bit smoother. And here's something else exciting because it's off of the sidebars. You guys get to see the whole thing as soon as I push this back in. Let me get it centered back. I feel like this is on like scroll rods that are just like way too big for this. I don't think they are, but no, they aren't. It's just, anyway, me. Okay. So this is exciting. I'm going to probably stand up with this. All right. So I have a lot done. I thought that when I started this, I was going to do a whole bunch of them and do like green on green and purple on purple, pink on pink, like a reddish on pink. And now, of course, I've found the love of silks. So now I have no idea what my future me is going to do. But anyway, at least I'm using the color DMC that is like my most favorite. It's 154. I like 154 and 29. Sorry, 154 and 29. Oh, by the way, I've been asked what these are. These are actually serger threads. These are not embroidery thread. You can't use these for cross stitch. That's what I use for serger. Pink is our color for GraceNotesFabrics. So I have tons of pink here. I have pink down there. And then just for all my projects, where's my other project bag? Down here, I made a project bag this week. I take all my raw edges and instead of hemming some of them, I just serge my edge. So I might as well show that next. Yeah, anyway, I serge what I can. This was next anyway. Above All by Teresa Kogut. Let's pull this out and see where I am. It's kind of fun because I had gotten in my own roll of frames back when I got everybody else's in. Side note, I'm putting it in order. If you want one, let me know this week. Otherwise, you'll be waiting for the next order. But anyway, I'd gotten in my own, but I never put my projects on it. So what I've been doing is trying to make myself little bags. I'm not very far on this. And then put them on the frames so that at 24 hours of cross stitch, I have everything on the frames that they need to be on. So, there we go. First time I'm using this one, so anyway, sorry. Little faux pas. I did take off my needle minder because I've heard needle minders on hand-dyed fabric is not good for long term. So that means my needle's just hanging because I refuse to put my needle through my project just because I don't want to damage my fabric. I don't remember what fabric this is, but I remember where I got it. I don't know that that helps you guys at all. I'm gonna tighten this up a little bit. Be able to slip it back in my bag. And my husband was so cute. He had no idea how to loop this through again. And I had looped it through before and cut it. So he took like 3 tries to get the right size. And it's still a little long. And I'm like, I don't care. But first he made it too short. He goes, oh, I forgot you need to actually open your bag. So then he had to cut it longer. It's all good. It worked out. All right. I'll use the projects I have up here. So I'm in a... Oh, I forgot my rubber bands back on. That's okay. I'm in a catch-22 here because my bags are not quite big enough for my Q-snap. So I took them apart and I just laid them in here. But you're not really supposed to store your projects on the Q-snap long term anyway. So, you know, it is what it is. I do not have the cover photo here. So this is Anne of Green Gables by Soda Stitch. I'll try to remember to put the cover photo in for you. And this is where I'm at. It was such a cool compliment that somebody's been binging our old videos, and she went and bought this pattern, and she's a Cinderella lover just like me, so that's really cool. But she's stitching this, Anne of Green Gables, and I think she's going to stitch it on our fabric. So that is like such a cool compliment, and you know, I kind of wish I could be too. And that's part of this. Like, I think this is just like Potato Lugana from Zweigert. So it's like nothing special at all. It's not hand dyed. It's just regular. So I think that's part of what makes me not have the desire to stitch on some of these, because I'm not using my fabric, and I'm not using pretty fabric. I'm just, when I started these, I started them with what I had. So that's in my pretty bag, my cherry bag, my other cherry bag. We will do our drawing, by the way, when Colleen is here with me, for the cherry bag from Black Cat X Stitchery. This is my shoe afghan, which I touched this year. I'll show you the cover photo just so you can be refreshed, but I'm not stitching on this. I don't know why I had this out, because I'm only stitching on things I had not already stitched on. So that one is going to just get put away. I had just put that in Cinderella, you know, it's just so fitting, you know. This is Arabian Princess. This is by this is digital, so I will have to put in the cover photo. But this is by Creatively Crafting, Amanda Dion. Oops. There you go. And this is where I'm at. I know it doesn't look like much, but it is going to be so cool. Now this I do know is just black Lugana. But it's, no, not black Lugana. That's what it was advertised. Beware of purchasing fabric on Etsy. I'm just giving you a warning. Unless they are a hand dyer. All fabrics are not created equal, and everybody doesn't know. I don't want to say they don't know what they're talking about, but they don't. The person I bought this from, just because it was an even weave, they called it Lugana, and it's cotton. So this is just like the even weave you can buy at Hobby Lobby. So it's not Ada, or it's not Jobelin, and it's not Lugana. So there's even weave, Lugana, Jobelin. This is for people if you care. Lugana and Jobelin are both blends. They both have polyester in it. One has rayon and one has cotton. So one's a rayon polyester blend. The other is a poly cotton blend. Whereas this is 100% cotton. And you can feel the difference. It's thicker, it's heavier. I've had people comment that they bought fabric on Etsy and it's so stiff and heavy, and the Lugana just feels different. Well, that's why it's not Lugana. But anyway, I don't care. I'm going to tell you that, because what I wanted was black even weave, and I didn't care which fabric it was. So it does the job, and being stiff actually with the the wonderful metallic threads that are called for, they look fantastic. They're not fun to stitch with. So it looks great. So I'm okay with being cotton. Like, that's good for me. So now, this is the bag that has everything else. I'm going to try to lift it. We'll see if I can. Ooh! This is, look at that. Jasmine Ravenclaw bag. Jasmine's custom bags. Sorry. That's her new name. I have everything else in there. This is Paris Quaker, Eiffel Quaker by Jordan Privé. This is what Colleen and I started for Mother's Day a couple years ago. I'm really hoping that this Mother's Day she'll be willing to stitch it with me again. So she's stitching hers on pink with blue thread, and I'm doing the opposite, and I'm stitching blue with pink thread. And these are Silks for You. And that is where I am starting. So I'm hoping to get 100 stitches. This one I know I love. I know I love this one. This was our Sunday stitch, and I don't know, something well, Sundays became the only day she can stitch, so we don't stitch that together. And half the time she now stitches in her bedroom because she has things set up. This is the Garon tote bag. Oh, to match the above all, that's what I'm sewing. I'm trying to make myself a project bag that I found the pattern on Etsy. So I paid for the pattern. It's not really a pattern so much as directions as to how to assemble this bag. But it's got lots and lots of pockets. It's going to be really cool when it's done if I do it right. We'll see. So my sewing machine's what's up instead of my serger. I don't even know if I can serge edges on this. Like, we'll find out as I go. Oh, that's my Do Different. This is Cinderella Make It Pink. I am short on some Q-snaps. Is that what I found? Or I found more, I found that I need more. What in the world? This looks so much like this. Compare, like, did I just decide to restart this thing? Maybe y'all remember better than I do, because this was it, and it's got things frogged, and that's on linen, and this is Verdal. And I'm still doing it on over two, with 2 threads. So guess what? This is coming out. That might be all I do over 24 hours of cross stitch, is take it out and start it with 1 thread. And figure out which one of these is the one I'm going to use. I don't know. This is my Cinderella Make It Pink by Make It Pink. Ashley. So that I'm going to have to figure out what's going on there. This is Elf Forest. Where is that? That is here. This is, Colleen and I dyed Paris for this. This is one that is a mystery, so I do not have a cover photo. But it's Alice in Wonderland by Elf Forest Embroidery. And that is where I'm at. This is one that's really fun to stitch on. And this is 36 count even weave by Fiber Flare. So it's a silky even weave. And there is actually no name for it. It's not cheap, which is why we don't dye it. But Colleen and I purchased some white Fiber Flare, and we just threw it in the dye with the Paris when we dyed it, because we wanted it. And I do love it, but yeah, I'm not really sure what kind of fabric it truly is. And then, oh honey, so this is kind of how I think my 24 hours is going to go. You know, I had this pattern pulled and I put it back. So this is Antique Carousel here. If I remember to put a cover in, I have a lot of editing to do. And this is my start point. Paris, you are not making things fun. If I brought down my other phone, I'd have all my cover photos on my phone that I could be showing you. But I did not bring down my spare phone. But because I don't hear barking ones next to me, I can assume that my family is not home. I had this one in my hand too. This is Christmas in London. I point so I know to put in photos. This is also a Mirabilia. And I never remember where my start point is, like which side's up. All I know is I start my stitches at the bottom left corner. So that would have to be, I think I'm going up this way. I think that's my direction. I don't know. I don't think I'm going across because my needle minder does usually go that way. And that would make sense. So I think that might be it. Maybe I'm going crosswise. I don't know. So I have a Paris behind me. She likes to sit behind me. I don't know why. And then Twyla is taking up this other seat all by herself. So Twyla's in Paris's seat and Paris is taking up my seat. I do apologize for all the zippers for anybody wearing headphones, but if I leave these open, I know that I will spill them when I go to move them. Oh, this is Cinderella, which I already showed you. Okay, I gotta find where that project bag is. This is, here we go. Some of them I did put the pattern with to make life easier. This is Coffee Quaker by Heartstrings Samplery. First I drink the coffee, then I do the things. And I am using all the called for colors. Dana Jabber just finished this, and she put her own motto on, which I thought was really cool. But because I'm a coffee drinker, I bought it for the coffee. So I have just some words done. I anticipate that that's all I'll be able to get done. At least I changed that to just one thread. So yeah, why I'm doing the changing is I really don't like how the 40 count and even some 36 count, I don't like how it looks with 2 threads. Now this one here I'm doing with 2 threads, but I like it, and that's the even weave. 36 linen is where I go to 1 thread. Oh, are we gonna let mommy have her spot back? This is Enchanted Aurora. I actually already stitched on this year. So she's getting put away, but since she's out, let me show you. I thought she looked amazing. And I put her in a project bag that made sense to me. Because Aurora, is Aurora on here? Maybe I thought she was. Her castle is. Anyway, I got my seat back, yay. So we'll put her underneath to go away. So I may have to pick a few more projects. We'll see. Of course, with all the little things I have planned, like frogging and stuff, I might not get a whole lot of projects done. This was called on WIP Go last month, and you know, I never got to it. This is Raspberry Homecoming. So I will be very happy to be able to work on this. I just want to be a little bit more focused on my stitching, which is like focused in my stitching, not on, but in my stitching, which is why the change. And so the whole idea of the 100 stitches on each project is coupled. I want to say twofold, but I think it's threefold. Find out the projects that I don't enjoy anymore. Find out the ones that I'm close to a finish, and to be able to touch every project this year, because I'm not going to go through WIP Go fully. This is made by June Abel. I got this from Crafty You. So she's a friend of the owner, and I think she works for them. And she also sells project bags through them. And like this one came with 2 little accessory bags. The other accessory bag is upstairs being used by something else. This is another Carol bag. Now this one is big enough to fit my Q-snap. So I did leave my project on, even though, you know, not supposed to. This is Brooks Books Cinderella. This one I'm significantly further on. I did park a little bit of my threads, just so I can come back to those later. Not sure why. That's okay. I'll finish this thread and then I'll go back up probably and do those. But let me see if I have a cover photo. I do. I do try to print when I can. So that'll be another thing as we're up there with Hannah, I'll be like, oh, here, let me print this one off real quick. So that I have them. I have some haul to show you. And I did buy a few Hades. Those I'll have to show when Colleen is with me. This is Christmas Calories by Sue Hillis Designs. I bought this when I was at StitchCon last year. I know that this is strawberry latte. Strawberry Milkshake. I don't know. By GraceNotesFabrics, and it looks like 18 count Ada. I don't know that I bought any or made myself any 16 count. A lot of times I just take whatever is left because sometimes I forget to dye fabrics for myself. So it's like, oh, there's an extra piece, I'll stitch it away. Besides the fact that I want to know how my stuff stitches up, I have no idea where this bag, like who made this bag, but this came from StitchCon. So it was a trunk show. And it is housing my Bambi by Thomas Kincaid. So that's the Dreams collection. That's the words I was trying to find. So nice pretty vinyl front. And they put these great little, most of the project bags have all these nice little charms. I still put these on so that I know what they are, because I keep mine in alphabetical order. Who was I watching? And they said they were OCD. Oh, I was just having a conversation with my friend Tiffany, and she said she's CDO because she had to put the letters in alphabetical order. I was like, that's too good. That is too good. Aurora Silhouette. Ooh. Yeah, wait till you see this one. This one's crazy. So this is by Nenny Design. She also went under Nenny Sweet Design on Etsy. I think the ban will be over by the time you see this. So stock up on all those things you've been saving, right? Yeah. Get that back in there. Wait until you see this crazy, crazy start. I was watching Hannah Downing this week, and she was showing us the fantastic start she had on, I think it was Magic book. It was all black. Well, Hannah, here you go. Mine's black and gray. So I at least have more colors than you. But it's just as boring because it's the top quarter. Oh, so the reason that some of those were not on Q-snaps or scroll rods is because I have the empty ones right here waiting. Finally, I found the project bag to go with. This is just a Hobby Lobby one. This was in the sewing section, and I do believe it's the Sewology brand. And every couple weeks, they put all their Sewology, S-E-W, Sewology things go on sale for 50% off. So I was able to get this for 50% off. Just a vinyl bag. Stressed, Blessed, and Coffee Obsessed by Leela's Studio. This is where I'm at. This is another one I'm doing one strand. But this one I know I'm doing one strand. Excuse me for a moment. I'm going to put this through the serging. That way I know I'm not ruining my fabric. But there we go with that. Does this actually fit inside? No, it doesn't. So we're going to rehome this project sometime this week. There we go. I mean, that works for now. And then, believe it or not, I'm down to the last one that I had pulled. I have not stitched this one. I don't even know. I know I have a paper copy of this, so I need the design cover photo for you. And this is Aurora, and it's a Shannon Christine design. And this is linen. This is hand-dyed linen, I think. I don't know if this is hand-dyed or just witch-held, because it feels like the witch-held stiffy, yeah, you know, the stuff that I don't love. So I can't imagine that this has been hand-dyed and washed. We'll find out. But I have another piece of this fabric set aside because I was going to make this twice, once for my niece and once for me, but I just cannot imagine stitching on this again. Not this fabric anyway. So anyway. And yes, it's on a Q-snap that I have kept in the bag. I know, naughty, naughty me. So now I have a whole bunch to clean up before Colleen comes and joins me. Let me put a few things away so that I have room to show you my haul. This is, I didn't do an unboxing. I got my mystery. It's a mystery. Murder mystery by Black Needle Society. So this is a retreat in a box that doesn't, this was not a subscription only. So what I'm showing you the back so you don't see everything right away. Black Needle Society has a couple ways that they sell their boxes. So I know right now they have 2 Halloween boxes. One's naughty, one's nice. The naughty one is, I don't think it's called naughty and nice. One's family friendly and one is scary. They do have some words like naughty and nice. I just can't think of what they are. But the one is Athena's Little Box of Horrors, I think they call it. But it's Stephen King-ish. And then the other one is family friendly. So that one is on sale right now. In May, the Naughty and Nice box goes on sale for Christmas. Those are open to anybody. And then they also have the subscriptions. And how the subscriptions work is you get an email like, this is what's coming up. We're going to bill you for it unless you say you don't want it. So my first subscription was last month and it was the steampunk and I absolutely loved it. I knew what the theme was ahead of time and I know what the theme is for, so that was March, April. So I know what May's theme is and I'm really excited about that. And then this was one I actually bought back in October. So in the in-between months, there are other ones. And this is April, May. So the June one is Gilmore Girls. So I passed on that back in December. And I don't know if subscription people get to buy them before they go on sale. I don't remember that at all. But I knew I wanted to do this with my daughter. However, I don't know how this is going to work because it's during 24 hours of cross stitch. So I thought I would just kind of show you some of the really cool things that I got. So Katie Landis was the brainchild behind all of this, and it's packaged so cool. Evidence bag. You have just been poisoned. Mrs. McCarthy's award-winning strawberry scone mix, which we are going to have to make while Hannah's here. But to make them strawberry scones, you need sweet strawberry preserves. So this doesn't have strawberry in it. You put the strawberry on it. So that's exciting. So we will be having scones, hopefully, while Hannah's here. If one of my daughters decides to make this. Not with the poison spoon. Not doing that to us. Okay, I think there were 4 different clue candles. I happened to get Mr. Green. It's a black raspberry, burgundy rose, dark vanilla bean, roasted marshmallow, smoldering woods. Okay, you had me until smoldering woods. I don't know. We'll see when I burn it whether I can actually burn it or not. I don't do well with flowers. Roses I'm okay with. Vanilla's great. Raspberry's great. Toasted marshmallow great. The woods thing, grassy thing, I don't know about that one. The fabric is by Jody of Steel City Stitchers, and it's called Evidence 01002199. That is our fabric. And in the same bag, it concerned me until I realized this was bagged separately. So this came in a evidence bag, chain of custody bag. It was really cool, which I opened so I could see the invisible pen, invisible ink, and there's a black light at the back. So there's a 6-hour Zoom going on Saturday. I'm hoping to at least hop on a little. I don't know. We'll see. And then these are floss drops. Use Your Little Gray Cells, Mon Ami. This is some Agatha Christie. I haven't opened it all the way, but there's just different quotes from books. Beautiful little floss jewelry. I didn't want to lose this, so I put it back in here. But you know me and my floss drops. So, perfect. But we're supposed to solve a mystery. We get to ask questions of the characters. And we have a little story that we can follow. Here's my needle minder. This I absolutely love. The needle minder, I forget who that's by. But this, I'm so in love with. It is, I just want to tell you about who it's by because my husband wants to contact her to see if we can make some for us. Kristen De Palma. So hopefully we can find a contact information for her. Side note, I'll have to, hopefully I can remember to tell you something we are having made for us. Be Stitch Me silk, which I love. I love silks, you know that. Colleen won some of her silks, but I don't think I've ever used her silks. 3 different reds, blood, for our project, or for our mystery. Wait till you see this pattern. Although I have something else before I get there. These are fabric tags. I think this is so cool. It says fabric detection services. Now, once everybody has received their bags or boxes and we know everything's in there, we've like taken our own inventory and then little loops to hang them. Then some of these things go on sale singly at their website, blackneedlesociety.com. But there's also a Facebook group for destash. So you can, people will say, I don't like this in my box. Like some people like, I don't like floss jewelry, and they'll just sell it on that destash. So it's for Black Needle Society stuff only. Okay, so I thought this was really awesome. I opened this up. Not so awesome. You should see Lauren's face when she saw that. I don't know. We have a whole story here. So right in here, there is the investigation. There's the initial report. There's recorded interviews. I don't know what that is. That's about mailing. I mean, like, canceled checks. Like, oh my gosh. But look at this project bag. Is that not awesome? That is awesome. So, it's a file. Special investigation file. Like, my husband could not get over this. This was a fun box to open. And I kind of want to open this, like, now. Oh, so Kristen De Palma helped. But Katie Landis came up with this. Okay. So she helped. You can find the first draft of the design on the bag, which matches the needle minder. And then Kristen revised this for here. Or for the needle minder. So anyway, Katie Landis designed this. So I'm wondering if then Kristen De Palma, like maybe she wrote it and Kristen De Palma helped design it. I don't know. The impossible could not have happened, therefore the impossible must be possible in spite of appearances, is a quote by Agatha Christie. I wasn't really thrilled with it when I first saw it. I was like, I mean, I like it, but it's not really something I would stitch. And my daughter's like, you love Agatha Christie. I'm like, I know, but not everything of Agatha Christie. Like, I love Miss Marple and I love Hercule Poirot. But the more I looked at it, the more I really liked it. So I really wanted to start it that night. So I'm itching to start this. Like, really itching to start this. Will it be a 24-hour start? Probably not. Because I have too many other things to do. And I've not used any of them. I have 2 freebie new starts from the No New Start group. I've not used either one of my freebies. And I have finished a couple of small things. But I want to start the Fox by Cottage Garden Samplings. Is it Cottage Garden Samplings? I have my fabric, but I haven't gotten my Fox because I can get these patterns in and I do sell them to our customers. I don't sell outside of our customers, but I will get these in, sell them to our customers. And every time I get the Fox in for myself, somebody asks for it, and so I send it to them. So I have it in order again for myself. So hopefully I will be starting that soon. I don't know if I want to tell you my news without Colleen. I think I will wait. I'll keep you in suspense a little bit longer. So I don't know how soon I can get her down here to film, record. I don't know if I'll be in the same clothes or not. Hopefully my ham will be in the oven or might be even after dinner. But I'm sure that she will have some stories of Mr. Grace Notes on ice. So that'll be fun. So I'll see you soon. All right, I'll move the camera so that it's got a lot of the door. So I'm not blocked. Nope. Come on. Get up here. Come on.
Sounds like a straw. No. Alright, you better not come begging. You were so mad. That's
Alright, I'm back. And I'm not alone. How was ice skating?
it was good. We went with Dad.
Yeah, how was Dad?
He got off like every half rotation.
What do you
He
mean?
was like, she's too tight, or my arm's hurting. So he's just kidding.
That's funny. Alright. Want to show your whip?
Fans, of course. I got a lot of the inside. Don't say a lot, but it's not showing since it's the outside of it.
Now, if you were on Zoom last night, Colleen did jump on and shared. She had it off the Q-snap and showed the entire thing with all the back stitching.
Not all the back stitching. I mean, with my
That you had
progress
done.
so far. So, just I'll let you stare at it if you'd like. I hope this is like a good angle.
You want to have this done by Wednesday? How realistic is that now?
I actually close Wednesday. And I'm off
Friday.
I'm thinking what time I get done on Thursday. I think we're just like run over Thursday. I don't know, because the border, it shouldn't take me too long if I just pile that out. And I'm also going to be working on it while I work. So, but tonight I'm hoping to get a decent amount of the center done.
She finally woke up. She came back from ice skating and took a nap. I watched.
I was cold. And I heard them. I was listening to Flosstubes.
Let's say we got some good shout outs. Kindred Stitcher and Jen Lee. So I watched those today, and then I'm in the middle of watching Steel City because that's a week old and I haven't watched it. What have you been doing this week that you want to share? Anything?
Framing?
Yeah.
I framed over 10 things, I think. The one, it's like a canvas panel. And I wouldn't say the frame was ordered wrong, but like the one side was a little bit longer, so they had to use a Dremel and like shape in the frame to fit in there. What else have I been doing?
So something people did not know that were on Zoom last night about Hobby Lobby framing is, number one, they do not send the pieces out.
Yeah, we keep it all there.
It stays in the local store. They order in your specialty frame, and then they actually put it in there. They do the framing, and it's lacing. They do not use sticky board.
Yeah, we always lace. Yeah.
Yeah, they take pride in what they do. So yesterday, Leanne and I were supposed to have nail appointments at noon, but something happened that when we walked in 2 minutes before noon, there were people in all three spots, 2 at the manicures, 1 at the pedicure. Leanne got called back about 1 o'clock, and I got pulled back at 1:30. So it was nice. I got her nails done before Easter Sunday. So I couldn't figure out what color to get. So I got this color because it matched my skirt. And
is it on the same color on both nails? Yeah.
Okay, so I got something that's mood changing nail polish. So I'll show you.
That's why I'm like, it doesn't look like the color.
So this is when you're warm. This is when you're cold. Cold, warm. So it kind of looks ombre on my one finger.
Right, so it is changing with the temperature.
Yeah, not mood. I mean, you know.
But it's like,
They say it's mood changing, but.
right.
So I got that. Leanne got sparkly. And we were pleased with her nails. Just, it took forever. So yesterday I didn't do anything. I was going to even sew before Zoom last night, but I had like no time. Because till we got our nails done, went to lunch, and came back, it's like I need a nap before I get on Zoom. So
And I relish my naps. I slept a lot yesterday too.
yeah. Okay, so since I was here a few minutes ago, according to you all, I got 200 stitches in while I was watching
Your Flosstube.
my Flosstubes. Yeah, so I got 200 more stitches, 201. So I'm very happy. Most of it went in up here. When am I going to see the window like Hannah? I don't know. I'm hoping I'm at the window by the time she comes. And Hannah is bringing every single project. So even if she doesn't work on
She's like,
Amazing
I
Grace
can
while
do
she's
that.
here,
yeah,
we can hold them up together. So I'm
She's
looking forward
like,
to that.
I can bring all of my projects. It's just me in the car.
Right. I'm like, you have a big enough car. And she was like, really? But her husband's like, yeah, you can do that. So I was like, yay.
She's gonna bring her stand so she can use it for her.
Oh, yeah, she usually brings her stand because, you know, why not? Should we share our announcement?
Do we have a picture of it? We could put it, insert it.
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So I will insert a photo. But we are going to be getting t-shirts made. That say GraceNotesFabrics, and on the back
it's encouraging new starts since 2021.
The motto my husband came up with.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all would like to order them with us, we will put that in the Facebook group. So you do have to belong to the Facebook group in order to order them, or just email me. But the size charts and everything else will be in Facebook. It's not anything huge.
Mm-hmm.
The mock-up is on a gray t-shirt, but we're going to have several colors that are offered, but I was able to just get the mock-up on gray.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought gray was pretty basic to see what it's going to look like. So anyway, we're so excited because we want t-shirts to wear to StitchCon.
And I'm going to wear it to work because my apron, like, people will be able to see the back and they'll just be like, what's that saying?
Very, very cool. All right, so we have a drawing.
We have a drawing, and you said 17 people?
17 people, so I got the random number generator up.
I like the one where it, like, changes the numbers, but okay.
So we have 1 through 17.
And this is for our Black Cat X Stitchery bag from Tiffany. Okay. Generate.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5.
So our number 5 is Nita LeBlanc. So all I did was I went through and numbered. I wrote down everybody who put cherry in the comments, and the 5th person was Nita LeBlanc on my list.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody had a number. All right. So this bag, Nita LeBlanc. Email us at GraceNotesStitchers@gmail.com. Give us your address, and we will get this out to you.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you to Tiffany of Black Cat X Stitchery. This is donated by her for the giveaway.
And you'll have a matching bag with us.
And you'll have a matching bag with us. And then our winner for Stitchy Princess was it this person? I think so. Yeah. I'm not going to say it because I'm afraid I'm going to say the wrong person, but she still has not contacted us. So make sure that if you go back and watch, if you think that you might have won Stitchy Princess fabric, then it's our fabric for a Stitchy Princess design. Go back and watch our last video. So the Hate had a sale.
Yeah.
I might have spent a lot. Not a lot. Okay.
And she's like, do you want anything? I'm like, no, I don't need this.
So I decided, I know I'm not going to start these anytime soon, if ever, but they're ones I want. So I'm collecting them.
Are these cover photos?
They are not the cover photos because I went to download them today and they're not there. Like, there's not even the download section.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they've been having problems with their website. People, like, they have to clear their cache and stuff like that to log in. And the other day I was having login problems, so I logged in from my phone. I had no problem logging in there and purchasing. But yeah, now I'm able to log in, but there's no, you can see my order, but there's no download button. But while I was there, I decided to order Leanne 3 diamond darts. Because shipping on one was like $14. Shipping on 3 was like $17. So I was like, why as well just go ahead and order 3 of them for her. That way I can give them to her at different intervals. And they're all things that I want.
Mm-hmm.
So she's actually doing these for me because she just enjoys doing them. But she doesn't want to keep them. But she doesn't want them sitting around. So what I did, this is crazy. I didn't sleep much on Friday night because I stayed up to like 3 a.m. Friday night figuring all this out. Mm-hmm. I printed out the drill usage charts because to buy the drills, you have, each pack of drills has about 2 to 240 drills in it. So, you know, if something has 1,988 drills, you need to know to buy 10 bags. Mm-hmm. So I went through and I put little tiny numbers next to all of them. So that took a little while, so I had to do math. And then I went through and compared the 3 charts. And then I added all of them together that were similar. So like if one number was in all three. I made sure, so like that number that I said 10, it's in another, so it's like 31 bags I actually have to order.
Okay, so like the final one is like written up the whole total or something.
Yeah. So I ended up, so I went through AliExpress because that's where I went before, and I bought her every color of the DMC drills, but I bought them in round. And Haid does
the
square. So I again ordered all of the DMC numbers just so that we have them. And it ended up, what is it, like 455 or something like that? 445 baggies.
Mm-hmm.
One of each number. Well, some of them I'm buying 31. So I ordered 30, knowing that I'm having the one. So I had to go through, and I'm trying to figure out like the best way to do it, because 100 bags was like $10. So 800 bags, which is what I knew I needed, was going to be like $80. But I could order 1,000 bags for $30.
Wow.
So I went through and I wrote down, I typed up and got 830, 850, whatever bags I needed. And then I said to her, what should I do? She's like, oh, get the rest black. I'm like, I'm not buying 130 bags of black. Mm-hmm. So I went, and she has a wish list on Haid of the ones that she's willing to make for me. So if you ever see that wish list, it's, yes, Leanne wants them. Because if she won't do it, they're not on the wish list. She wants them to make for our house. Mm-hmm. Because Mom likes them. And anyway, I picked the next one I think I'd buy. And I went ahead and picked the next, I think it was 130 more bags I added just from that, just so we have them. Mm-hmm. So that I could get to the 1,000. Mm. So that was a lot of fun. It was tedious work, but like once Leanne's like, Mom, you don't have to stay up late doing this. I'm like, but you can't just leave it because it probably will time out and all that, because you had to put it in like the comments of the order, which is okay. But like once I started, I didn't want to stop. So, I mean, that's kind of, so, you know, I was talking earlier about, you know, doing other things than stitching with my time, but it's things I like to do, like this kind of stuff, the math, I like that. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of fun and kind of get a thrill out of it. Yeah. And what else would we know? I don't even know. She's never around anymore. Any plans this week? Oh yeah. So I talked about my plans for 24 hours of cross stitch. What are yours?
Maybe if I, you know, I'm gonna get this done. I might start something.
Not sharing, or you don't know?
You know, I think our caramel kiss fabric could work for something called One Nation.
Oh wow. Oh, but isn't that
too dark? It's not full coverage. Dark.
Well, if you got it in Lugana, no.
I do even with the linen. I like linen, so like that would work. Like it would go with the piece, but I'm just too.
And by the way, if you're interested in our jobeling, when it's coming, I don't know. Witch Out is where I get jobeling, and they say right on their website they're behind like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. So I've ordered it. They haven't sent me a shipping notice, so it's just whenever it gets here, it gets here. So that's why it's still not on our website.
Okay.
I don't know. Should I talk about keepsakes?
Oh, go ahead.
So this is a little business talk, but it was so super exciting because I got an email from Barbara at Keepsakes. I had contacted her to see if she'd be willing to do a trunk show over StitchCon. I wasn't planning this year. My husband wanted this year, but I didn't care. But she said, no, she's got 4 other fabrics for trunk shows, but maybe the winter one. I was like, okay, that sounds really great. That sounds good to me. The next thing you know, I get an email that says, while I can't do a trunk show, could I just buy some of your fabric to have in the store before StitchCon so that when people come over to shop, I actually have some fabric here. And I was like, yeah. So I'll be ordering in 46 count. So we'll have that on the website because she would like to have 46 count. So I ordered a whole bolt so that you all can order it also.
We just have our little stash of bolts.
Yeah, I have hampers. Ripped the lid off of them. Clothing hampers. I bought them on Amazon. So most of my purchasing has been business purchasing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's why this has been a splurge. Like, I really haven't been buying.
Yeah.
Unlike somebody else. I mean, you know, I showed you my box, but that was ordered in October.
True.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about the 46 count being something new.
Yeah.
And we have a new line. We didn't show that on here.
I don't think so.
Should we grab it?
Yeah.
Okay, back with what I was looking for. And my brain was thinking, oh, John, when she was talking about O Nation, but
O
yes.
Nation, One Nation.
One Nation. So this is perfect, by the way. I'm smelling that ham. It smells so good.
Oh,
I did get the ham in the oven. I got the potatoes peeled, my sweet potatoes peeled. They are cooking while we are filming.
So caramel kiss, whatever.
Caramel kiss. So this is the part of our new line called the gourmet line.
Hey, that's my idea.
Yes, it was. And I ran it by the ladies on Zoom last night. They loved it. And my husband kept going, premium. The premium line.
No,
she goes,
no.
She said, we're like, it's food themed. And it's gourmet is premium without the snobby title.
Right. Like, gourmet, it's talking about food. And trust me, how many stuff, it's like we already have our drinks that we can call the neutrals. But I'm like, I want food names.
Yeah, and so do my other girls. Like, every time we name a neutral, like, oh, Mom, like peaches and cream. Like, I'm like, that's oatmeal. No.
Yeah, but at some point, if we could do such a crazy fabric, it could be called pizza delivery.
But anyway, so they always come up with food names, and so that's why it's after food. But Caramel Kiss, and I don't know if you can see the very subtle modeling. So it's a totally different style for us.
Is this a whole yard?
It's a half yard.
Oh. Yeah, because when I was hanging, I was just like, this is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does not look like our regular ones.
So this is just a subtle modeling. I did a whole different dye technique, and I do enjoy it. It does take a little bit more time, but it's not hard. Like, you have to let it sit. You have to manipulate it. You have to let it sit. You have to manipulate it. So it's just setting timers. I actually set a piece of paper over, and I tallied every time that I was manipulating it. So that I knew what I was doing, you know, because I wanted to be consistent. And then I can write that down in my recipe book, because I am super neurotic about things like that. But that's what you want when you are looking at fabric. You want it to be the same.
Yeah. If it was Lagana, it'd be just a bit lighter. So I think that would work.
But the linen still would work if you were brave enough to do it.
I mean, 32 count.
We'll have to check on the sizes and stuff. So anyway, that is our new line. So I'm still doing my fantasy line.
Yeah.
That's just kind of as the mood strikes. So it's not like I'm gonna be releasing a fantasy. Yeah. I decided against that, especially since we like exploded last month. I mean, we're thrilled. We are so thrilled. But we did. We went up by like 40 people in our fabric of the month. So
fabric of the month is going to be split between 2 days.
Yeah, we might end up having to split. Well, it depends. We got a special ringer.
Oh, okay.
The dryer thingy. I got
get
something.
Up at the crack of dawn, you girls get to work.
But I can't in the mornings. That's the problem.
I know. You can't.
That is the problem. My hands don't work in mornings. But anyway. So we just wanted to be able to show you some of the new stuff that we've been doing. We did put it on Facebook, but you know, it is what it is. Anything else?
I'm ordering tomorrow.
For Hobby Lobby. Fun stuff. Yep.
And like when we want to go up to Stitch On our graduation, I've had to communicate with 2 other coworkers for like who will be able to cover my. And I think I'm being gone for 2 Saturdays or something.
There you are.
I don't even know how it's gonna work because we lost one of the people in the rotation. So I was like,
yeah. Oh, you didn't bring down your camera. Phone.
Oh, why?
Could you stitch the little gift?
We can just insert it. So we lost another person. Like she left and she went to be tattooing full time. I don't know if she worked at one shop, but she's gonna be working at 2 maybe. But since she loves pigs and she has on her name tag Hammy, I made her a little thing, and I got inspiration from a little image. And it says Hogs and Kisses, and I put Hammy down there, and I put it in green little frame, and this thing took me 4 hours, but it's so tiny.
But she stayed up all night doing it.
Mm-hmm. And then like the next day, I was like, all right, I'm gonna purchase a frame because they were on sale. And then I popped it in, but I wasn't gonna lace. I just taped what I could. But where else?
I just want to make sure.
Oh, so like I hid my signature, like my CES. That's what I do. So I hid that in the top corner, and then I put like HLCF. So it's Hobby Lobby custom frame. So that's backstitch there. I don't know if she'll notice it at some point, but like I think she'll know what that means because we use not the Hobby Lobby, but the CF, the custom frame, custom mat. Like we kind of use abbreviations and stuff. So little special thing there.
Very cool. Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I think I have to baste my ham, and I gotta figure out how to baste this thing without a baster because
the black one that was melted the 1 year, so we just used that for the water heater when it leaked.
And we just never got
and the
a new
orange one, I don't know. I think we did use that one too for the.
So I have no baster, so I gotta put the juices over top of the ham and then sprinkle the glaze on top and then broil it for a few minutes. Then I'm gonna mash my potatoes. I'm making the candy sauce. We call it sweet potato juice. It's candied sweet potatoes.
It's just I don't know.
The juice. Yeah, caramelized. Butter and brown sugar.
And then we get to eat some corn, and then we'll have some rolls.
If your sister makes them, but
she will. They're delicious.
They're just frozen rolls because we didn't buy anything special this year.
Yep.
So, all right, I guess we're done.
Happy Easter, everyone.
Yes, happy Easter and happy stitching. Jesus wore that crown for us. And after he died, he didn't stay dead. The reason we celebrate Easter is because on the third day, he is risen. Happy Easter.